Live in terms of your strong points, magnify them, let your weakness shrivel up and die from lack of nourishment. I came across this quote 10 years back, and this quote has since then held with me very strong. Your life follows your attention. So focus your attention on something which is positive versus focusing on something which is negative. To become exceptional, you should concentrate and practice on improving your core strengths. Hello friends, my name is Behroz and welcome to my channel, where we talk about how you can live your best life and be your best version. Now in this video, I will talk about why you should focus on your strength and ignore your weaknesses. Especially because this goes contrary to the prevailing wisdom that you should focus on your weaknesses and improve on your opportunities. Now before I go ahead and dwell into the pros and cons, let me establish my case by sharing with you an example. Messi, widely considered one of the best soccer players in the world, is known to have what is considered one of the best left foot in the sport. As he races from the halfway line through the 7 defenders entering the penalty area, he uses only one foot. Count the number of touches from the start of his run to the point where he shoots for the goal. You will realize that out of 10 times, it is only one time that he makes use of his right foot. Everything he does during the dribble, including the shoot at the end, he uses only his left foot. For sake of comparison, the right-footed Cristiano Ronaldo's ratio is 5:1. Messi is not just a left-footed player. He's a player who does virtually everything that needs to be done with the ball using his left foot. And of course, everyone on his opposing team is acutely aware of this. Yet, despite the foreknowledge that he will be using his left foot to play time after time, they are still confused as he moves the ball around and through them. Messi has taken his left-footedness and has cultivated it to such an extent and developed it to work with speed and precision that instead of being a limitation, it grants him a consistent and dramatic unfair advantage. Now with that example in mind, note someone telling you to fix your weakness or be well-rounded, because Messi is anything but well-rounded. Messi's incredible skill relies mainly on his left foot, to an extent where he doesn't have to rely on his both feet to excel, which many soccer players strive to do. So here are the few lessons that we can apply in our personal and professional life, learning from Messi's example. So first pro of playing your strengths and ignoring your weaknesses is that this is the most effective use of your time and energy. You will get the biggest bang for the buck by honing the skills that you already have. We cannot be perfect at everything we do. So instead of being mediocre at several things, we may be better off spending our time in order to perfect our strengths. In focusing our weaknesses, we may be able to make some progress, but we will never be able to reach expert level ability. Because they are not our natural strengths, we may not be motivated or energized in order to make any improvements in them. Now as an example, once I received a feedback where I was told that my strengths are that I'm a good problem solver, good at analysis, however I'm an introvert and I need to be more extrovert at work. Soon after receiving this feedback, I started to be more extrovert. I started to attend more non-work gatherings outside the work hours. However, it was draining for me. Given I am an introvert by nature, it would require a lot of energy from my side in order to be that extrovert person. And soon I realized that I'm putting all this effort, time and energy in the wrong place because it is just draining me, demotivating me and frustrating me. While I can use the same energy, same time and do more problem solving and do better problem solving, and also do more analysis and do better analysis where I will succeed, where I'll be happy. And this is exactly what I started doing. I started driving more solutions to problems. I started to do more and better analysis. And eventually I was able to deliver such great and quality work that I was able to overshadow the weakness that was called out for me. And apart from that, I was really enjoying all this work versus trying to force myself to do something which doesn't come naturally to me. Second reason to focus on our strength is that we always overestimate the ability to improve on our weaknesses. Often people like me are overconfident in their ability to make changes and hence end up setting for themselves unrealistic goals. Although we start with good intentions, we frequently discover that improving or relearning a skill is most of the time not possible. Sometimes it will require a lot of hard work and effort just to make little progress. Then on realizing that this may take more than what we are willing to put in, we may get frustrated, demoralized, and give up trying to make the change at all. Third reason to focus on your strength is the ability to reach the state of flow. According to research, if you use your strength, then you're more likely to be happier, less stressed, and confident. When focusing on our strength, our body language naturally reflects it. We smile, we laugh, we have wide eyes, and our speech is more fluid and rapid. We appear naturally more engaged and motivated, and it is not common to lose track of time when we are focusing in an area where our strengths shine. The next reason why we should focus more on our strengths is that by focusing on weaknesses, at times we may undermine our strengths altogether. Trying to improve a weakness can lead to negative emotions and lower our self-confidence. And this lower self-confidence may easily spread on other areas of our life. The last but not the least reason to focus on your strengths is self-growth and development. Research shows that employees who are given an opportunity to focus on their strength are 6 times more likely to be engaged at work. To grow in your career and life, you should find your strongest attributes and enhance your strengths. So if you're finding that you're consistently falling and falling short on your goals that you've set for yourself, it may be time to consider to improve in the area where you're already strong at, rather than focusing your effort in trying to get better in areas where you are originally weak. Now the question, why is that we naturally focus on fixing our weaknesses? One reason is that we live in a fixing environment where we find our weaknesses to be more fixable and changeable as compared to our strengths. And then the myth that you will grow the most where you're weakest. The reality is that you will grow the most where your strength is. We know that it takes a lot of time and energy to fix things and improve our weaknesses. However, the painful part is that while having so many valuable resources at our hand, we still spend vast amount of our time trying to get little bit better in the area that we are weak in. Now, I don't want to end the video here before addressing the point that whether there are any special kind of weaknesses which may require some sort of attention and concentration from your side. This would be the case when a particular weakness affects your inner self-confidence. Yes, in that case, you do need to put some focus on that weakness, because at that point, it can also have significant negative impact on your actual strength. For example, if you have a weakness of not letting go or overthinking, then yes, you need to address that weakness, because otherwise that will not allow you to play on your strengths at all. By taking some effort and time in order to resolve the issues behind that weakness, we will gain more self-esteem and enable our strengths to shine through. Now, secondly, if there are any weaknesses that hinder your day-to-day operations of your life or your work, then the following are 2 things that you can do. The first is whether you can outsource your weakness. Is it possible to get someone else to work on your weak point? If you can hire, delegate, or purchase away the thing you're not good at, this is often a better solution than trying to fix the weakness. Second is, can you ignore or downplay your weakness? Because even if a weakness cannot be outsourced, it can safely be downplayed. Like for instance, if you're a YouTuber like me who's not too funny, then you don't really need to make videos on topics that will try to make people laugh. Rather, you can focus on topics that are more serious. If you're not so great in mathematics, you can avoid making a career in finance. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully this was helpful, exactly the way this idea changed my life.